Hello, everybody, and welcome to RedTube Chatter, the show about everything Star Wars. And today we got a little bit of news for you. Got a little bit.
It's not a lot going on right now.
It's pretty interesting stuff, though.
Now, granted, there's a lot of stuff out there. I just haven't been posting a lot of the more recent TV spots, and I'm trying to avoid watching anymore. There was a little featurette that came out. There was a few minutes of
sneak peek.
Consecutive coverage. Or viewing. I didn't want to watch. I didn't want to watch it myself, so I didn't put it on the Facebook page. You guys can find that other places if you wish. It's out there. It's a little Han Solo featurette.
When is it coming out again?
25th.
25th. It is coming out on a Friday.
Yeah, as most movies do. There'll be a midnight showing on the 24th.
Yeah.
And that's what we'll get tickets to. Tickets go on sale Friday.
Yeah. I was going to say Infinity War technically came out on a Thursday.
Well, its release date would have been Friday.
Yeah.
That date of Friday, though, even though you could have watched it. They had viewings or showings on Thursday. The official release date's almost always on a Friday.
Yeah. So here we have the first topic. It is Solo, a Star Wars Story, Japanese theatrical poster released. So here it is.
It's a very classic Star Wars pyramid of people type poster.
Yeah, it has more of those the coloring of it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of more of the ones from the 70s and from, the Indiana Jones posters that one artist did. And he also did the Star Wars posters back then. It has more that look, like a hand-drawn look.
Yeah. It's
probably not. It's probably all digital. But
I find it interesting that, old Star Wars was always black, right? The backgrounds were always black. This one, they're going, for The Last Jedi and this one, they're going white, which I find interesting.
Yeah, lighter colored.
Yeah, which I guess this one is kind of an off-white.
Yeah, it's like a light tan.
Or like a tattered
orange
paper.
Yeah.
Looks like a wanted poster.
An aged paper.
Yeah. That's exactly what it looks like. It's aged paper.
Kind of reminds me of a wanted poster.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Which fits as well. Just knowing what we do know from the trailers, they're going to be wanted people probably. At least by the Empire.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of the Empire and Han Solo, Star Wars Story explores connection between Han Solo and the Empire.
Well,
he's trouble. There you go. That's all the relationship you need.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be you already know from the trailer, the very beginning, he's I want to be he's at the academy trying to become a pilot for the Empire.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of that is brought over from Legends, too.
Yeah.
Like his whole, past with the Empire and trying to be, he didn't necessarily believe in what the Empire's doing, I don't think. He just wanted to be a pilot.
Yeah.
And this was, maybe the best way to go about it.
Yeah, to get trained.
Right.
So here it says, when Solo, a Star Wars Story picks up, Han will have no other friends on either side of the intergalactic conflict as he flees from justice with literal partner in crime, Kira. It is really a rite of passage, Howard told the publication. The story sends him on an unexpected journey that hurtles him into a dangerous world surrounded by charismatic but lawless characters, and that's where he needs to try and make his way and gain his freedom. So much of this is about trying to satisfy that yearning to really be free, to really call his own shots in a very lawless part of the galaxy, and at a time when it was wide open.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. This is sort of the time where the Empire's really starting to take hold. They did they had a hold of the galaxy after the your favorite movie, after Revenge of the Sith. When they started to form there.
Yeah.
But Palpatine didn't have his clutches and everybody. He still had to deal with the Separatists.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though he was manipulating both sides of that, he still had to deal with them. So the Separatists end up becoming, I think, the more rebellion part.
Yeah.
In some aspects. I mean, some of the, Naboo and wherever
Well, Alderaan.
Mon Mothma is from.
Yeah.
They separate themselves from the
From the
from
Senate.
what the Palpatine, what Emperor Palpatine is trying to accomplish, and they start to form the rebellion. But I think when this takes place, it's before that, before the rebellion really has like a hold and like is getting more organized. So, people like Han are just out there just trying to make it and not, and
Well, yeah.
doesn't have a side to.
How old is Luke? He's 16, right? In A New Hope. So it takes 16 years before Palpatine dissolves the
I think
Senate.
he's 18.
18?
18. Yeah.
Okay, so it takes him 18 years before he finally dissolves the Senate.
Yeah.
Right.
Because those guys are talking. What about the Galactic Senate? Or the Galactic Senate will no longer
I am
be
the Senate.
it will no longer be an issue. The Emperor has dissolved the Senate, and the regional governors now have direct control of their systems.
Yeah.
So he was already on the way, but yeah, like you said, it took him 18 years to finally actually get rid of the Republic.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. To
Or the
completely.
Galactic
Right.
Senate.
Yeah. To completely, sort of have it the way he wanted it.
Yeah.
So I think Han is living in that time period, while there's a
all
lot
the
of
turmoil,
chaos
yeah.
going on.
Well, like, how old would you say Han was in A New Hope? And how old do you think he's going to be in this movie?
He's in his late 20s.
Yeah, I say 28.
28?
My guess on
In New Hope?
Yeah.
New Hope. And this one, I think he's more like 20.
19.
19, 18?
18 to 20.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he's more Luke's age.
Yeah. So,
Oh, good.
I was going to just say, very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Empire has to have a presence in
Yes.
this film.
'Cause
Or-
they run the galaxy.
right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, trying
Yeah,
to
like-
evade the police. You're trying to evade.
Yeah, the Empire.
Empire.
It's like the Gaura Empire and Voltron. They're always there. They're kind of like the police of the whole galaxy.
No, they're just the rulers of the galaxy.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't
Right,
try
so
to
you-
police you. They
Right.
just
So
kill
you
if
abide
they-
by their rules.
if they-
If not, then you're a criminal.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then they kill you. They don't give you
Right.
a trial.
So the next topic we have is this video. I won't be able to put it up because they'll probably copyright it.
Put
But
a link up. Though.
I'll put. Just go to our Facebook page and scroll down until you reach the link from the No Presents episode. And so it is Disney has unveiled the model, the scale, Star Wars Land scale model.
Yeah, what's going to be at the theme parks.
Yeah.
And I want to own this scale model.
The scale model? Yeah, I just
Yes.
want the scale model. Can I just buy the scale model and put it in my
yeah.
basement?
On first sight, I just want to own this model. And then then I say I need to go there. So, what is it supposed to be 2020 or somewhere around there?
2020.
When they
About.
or 2019, I don't know, somewhere around there where they're gonna open it.
Yeah.
I probably won't go that first year.
Yeah, it's gonna be too chaotic, man. You probably can't even.
Although it'll probably be in some sort of conjunction with a Star Wars
celebration.
celebration.
Yeah.
They're also making the Avatar world as well.
Yeah, that's at Universal.
No,
That's
it's at Disney.
Avatar's not part of Disney.
I thought it was.
They're like Paramount or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway,
They're opening that up somewhere.
Yeah, I have no interest in that one.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
want to go.
Not
I want to
right.
go Star Wars. But I bet you it's gonna get booked quick, and it'll be booked for a while. You're gonna have to sit there and try to find.
well, the rides would be
It's
impossible to get
on. Yeah.
but just to wander around it like we did Harry Potter at Universal, is just cool.
Yeah, the Diagon Alley.
I'll
and,
sit in line and I'll probably puke on the rides, but I'm gonna ride every damn ride if I can.
Well, I'm just gonna have to Dramamine myself up.
Well,
just get that paper bag with you.
What you're gonna have to do is stay at the hotel, the themed hotel too, because then you can stay in the park later. A lot of people have to get out, and then you get another hour and a half or whatever in the park.
Yeah.
Just the people that are staying in that hotel. That's when you can get on most of the rides real easy because
right.
there's
a whole
nice-
lot less.
90% of the people have been
I
sent
would just
home
love to see
back
if
to the hotels.
because we saw that one picture a while ago of that of the what the rooms are gonna look like in the hotel. I kind of hope that they have different themes, like maybe not just a resistance ship that you can be on, but maybe an imperial barracks would be kind of cool.
So very, very
Industrial and
industrial and not much amenities.
shiny black floor.
Right.
That the mouse droids clean.
Yeah.
Just have a little mouse droid that comes in and cleans your room.
That'd be pretty cool. It's like a Roomba, but like, it's tiny.
Looks like a mouse droid.
There's like other thing. I would love to see like maybe a Tatooine themed room or like a homestead
Yeah.
themed room would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Maybe like
the Lars homestead, or
You get the specific Lars room. It's like a penthouse with like multiple rooms.
the economy rooms could just be like the Death Star, the prison barracks, like the holding cells
Yeah, you have the
where Leia's. That's where Leia stays.
You just have one little
Bench to sleep on.
bed to sleep on a bench.
you have you can go into the Emperor's or Senator Palpatine's big office. That'd be pretty cool. But I'm excited to see this actually like
Yeah,
here.
I'm ready for, even if I don't go to it, like you said, for the first little while, even year or so, people will be like videoing it and posting it, and you can look and see basically everything that's going on there.
Yeah, see what you want to go to and stuff. Of course, I would want to go to everything.
And then they're just going to kill you
Possible.
with the merchandising. You think it's bad now.
Right.
All this
Well, especially at the park.
Disneyland exclusive crap.
Yep. They already have that.
Yeah,
They already do have that. So, next one is pretty exciting news as well. It's a wrap. Ron Howard announces the post-production of Solo, a Star Wars story complete.
So that means it's done.
It's in the can and it's ready to go,
You
ready
know-
to be viewed.
You know they don't
like
use the
the-
can anymore, but yeah.
It's in the can.
It's a saying, or a,
Right.
Yeah.
it's a term that they use in the film industry.
Right.
It's in the can.
It's in the
Even
can.
though it's all digital now.
Yeah. Says, the real Ron Howard. That's a wrap on post-production here at Skywalker Ranch. Han Solo. Wow, what a fun and exciting ride this has been for me. Thanks for the extraordinary cast and everyone behind the camera. Hope fans around the world truly enjoy May 25th.
I know I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been talking to some other people who are Star Wars fans, and they're getting pretty excited about it too. You know, one of the guys I was talking to where I work, and I don't really work with him. He just comes in and does his business there, and then leaves. He's more like a customer.
Yeah.
But he's like a super Star Wars fan. He was actually at Celebration when we were,
No.
and I ran into him down there, which was funny because we live thousands of miles away.
From the celebration?
Right.
Yeah.
But I ended up running into him there, and he was sort of apprehensive about Solo, but now he's like completely on board too. I think these trailers have really gotten
People excited?
people excited for it.
Yeah.
Like people who are maybe on the fence. I think they're more leaning towards, and maybe not everybody, but certainly people I've talked to who are on the fence are more excited about it now
Yeah.
than they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah, I got a couple guys I work
couple
with
months
that are
ago.
big Star Wars fans. Both of them are like, always, whenever I see them, it's like, 23 days or whatever it is. Well, it's 24 now, basically.
Yep.
Yeah. 24
24 days or whatever, I'll tell them that. And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm ready. So they're going to go see it, too.
Yeah, and I just hope it gets. I mean, it's coming out in a sort of a weird time because we got right now Infinity War is just killing it,
Oh, yeah.
and they just took over the #1 opening weekend domestically, and they just beat Force Awakens out for that.
I like that I saw a thing that's like, it crushes, and it's like, you made like 2 point some million dollars more than Force Awakens. That's not crushing it.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
they beat it,
Oh, yeah, they beat it.
but
I kind of
they're
figured
gonna
it would.
Infinity
Yeah.
War's gonna have a tougher road to hoe though to stay relevant because in just another week we get Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's tons of fans out there for that, so we could see. I'm not sure,
The quicker decline.
And,
Right,
and,
it's gonna
and
decline
Ant-Man and
but
Wasp
then
as
after
well.
the week after that we get Han Solo.
So-
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's so much more competition for Infinity
Yeah,
War, and
that's
Solo's part of that.
and Solo's going to have a lot more competition too. So I don't know if it'll be as good
Though-
as
I don't
do as
know.
well as Rogue One.
Though
I just hope they don't like get too scared off because of when they did release it.
the thing
And
with
it doesn't make quite as much money because
Well, I think they
all the other options you have out there, that they don't just decide, oh, it's a flop.
the thing
or
that
whatever.
with Infinity War is the hype, though, like because people have been watching those movies and waiting for like this big moment to come, and
Yeah.
so it makes sense why it's doing magnificently well right now, and probably will do well and long into the future.
Oh no,
You guys don't know how well it will be able to like stay.
it'll see
On
how
the
long
top.
it'll sustain.
Yeah.
I mean, when Deadpool 2 comes out, that could take over the number one spot
True.
like that. You know.
True. I mean, it was the first. It's the highest grossing R-rated film. The first one.
Yeah,
you
it's
believe?
got a huge following. Deadpool.
Oh
does.
yeah.
Yeah, and I would guess that Han Solo would probably take the number one spot when it debuts
Yeah.
for that weekend at
It'll
least.
probably
Yeah.
take over from Deadpool. It'll probably knock
Yep.
Deadpool off the number one spot, but then I think just a couple weeks after that we get Jurassic World. Maybe I'm not sure when that one comes out. Maybe it comes out in like the second Jurassic World.
Yeah, I'm not sure, and then I'm not sure. I don't remember when
But
Ant-Man
Han
and
Solo,
Wasp come
that
out.
comes out later. I think August or
Mm.
September. But I think Han Solo really doesn't have as much competition after it,
After
like coming up after it, as Infinity War
War.
does.
Yeah.
I
So
need to go see that.
speak again. More Solo news is a Star Wars story may spawn a prequel trilogy of its own. Now I'm sure this has probably a lot of people worried. You know.
Well, the reason the speculation is out
Apologies.
there is because Alden Ehrenreich is signed on for 3 movies as
Yeah.
Han Solo.
Yeah.
They do that a lot, though.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like a common thing for studios to do. Okay,
Get somebody under contract.
put them under contract, and then they may not. You know, it's up to the studio on whether or not they're actually going
Right.
to fulfill that contract.
If the movie does great, I don't see why they wouldn't make a second one.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, and it could be even just like
Wait a minute.
just another normal story. You know, you don't
Right.
have to do anything. It could be totally something with Boba Fett, or maybe it's the story of how he gets the bounty on him by Jabba the Hutt. You don't know how far they'll go into the. You know,
Well,
they can't go too far into the future
Nope.
before you run into the New Hope, though.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
yeah, you got to find that amount of time to keep Alden Ehrenreich looking like he does.
Yes, that too.
And you only 10 years I think in between this movie and
A New Hope.
A New Hope. So
Yeah.
you got a finite amount of time there. You plenty of stories to tell, sure.
Yeah.
But you got a finite amount of time as far as what the actor's going to look like after while you're doing in the production phase. Is he going to start to age? I mean, it doesn't really matter because once you accept Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo at that age, then it should be okay as long as it's, it doesn't
Yeah.
get into the Harrison Ford Han Solo.
Yeah, yeah. I just kind of scrolled down and saw this. Paul Bettany as Dryden. I'll put him up here. Looks really good. I'm also very excited to see him play this type of role, like this menacing evil role, especially after seeing Infinity War and him as Vision. Because I'm sure it will be a 100% different performance. Because
Yeah.
him as Vision is very, he's very gentle, he's very soft spoken. So I'm very interested to see how he'll play.
He's been the bad guy before, though, hasn't he? What
He
was
was.
he in not Angels and Demons, but wasn't he the killer guy in the first one of those with Tom Hanks?
Yes, I believe so.
Text the name of the movie. I can't think of it, but that's all right. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
The second one was Angels and Demons or
Yes.
something like that, and the first one was
was off that book series.
whatever.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, man. You're gonna kill yourself. I do it all the time, trying to think of things. It'll come to me later.
Right.
So we got Jon Favreau as Rio as well.
John Favreau. Oh,
He's-
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the director and voice actor and actor.
Yeah.
And also he's making the new Star Wars series.
I like
going
that
to streaming.
character.
Yeah, I like his look. He kind of reminds me of like those Arctic apes or Arctic monkeys.
Oh, the one guys that are in like, you see him in the one guy in the cantina. And he has a little thing
Yeah.
down here. He's like, doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah. Then, well, I mean, like also in real life, like
the
Yeah, like-
the monkey that you see in that are over in Japan and they're sitting in the
Snow.
hot bath.
Yeah, that's what he reminds me
Capuchin
of.
monkey or whatever they're called.
Capuchin,
Something
yeah.
like that. I don't remember.
But I like his design.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. Now we have Kira.
Yeah.
Good old Woody Harrelson as Beckett. I like his look. He's got a very... I like that facial expression.
The Kira one gave me...
What?
Oh, just the Kira one. She really looks like friggin' Princess Leia a little bit in that picture.
Yeah,
I
with
think it's
the
just
white.
the white because Princess Leia always wore white.
Right, she looks like a combination of Leia and Padme to me.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, sort of
Yeah.
like an in-between
Yeah.
look. Very classy, like Padme would dress, but like regal and simple, like Carrie Fisher. Like the first
Fancy,
time
yeah.
we kind of see Carrie Fisher.
Yeah. Then we have Phoebe Waller-Bridge as L337. I'm still very excited to see that character. Lando, of course. Chewie.
Chewie.
And Han. And that's it. So yeah, I'm excited to see this movie. I'm very excited.
Yeah, me too.
And then we actually have a new thing here. Animated Star Wars Resistance series will explore era before Force Awakens. I think we have a little bit of a trailer here.
So this is going to be like taking over for Rebels.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
going to be aired on Disney XD starting this fall sometime.
Yeah, an era before Force Awakens. Hold on.
And I'm guessing it's sort of the rise of the Resistance, or why the Resistance was necessary in the first place.
I mean, I'm excited to see some 2D animation.
Right, and I think that's what we're going to get. Well, we'll go to that
And-
article that comes up later.
You know, I know, like, not trying to, bash on Forces of Destiny, but their animation isn't the greatest.
Well, it's just supposed to be simple.
Yeah,
I mean,
very simple. So I'm excited to see something more complex in the animation style of the more anime. Because,
right, but on a 2D scale, not on
yeah,
like 3D,
3D
like we got with
Clone
Rebels.
Wars and Rebels.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited to see what they come up with. I just hope that this doesn't become like a thing. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna just show. It's gonna be like Rebels all over again. We're just gonna show the start of the Resistance, just like we did with Rebels.
Rebels was basically the start of the
I
rebellion.
bet it's going to be a lot different than we think it's going to be.
Yeah, I hope so. Maybe we'll see how BB-8. Maybe we'll see Poe. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, they have BB-8 on the promotional thing, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're going to see some BB-8 in the
Do you think we'll see
series.
some Hera and
Maybe we'll get
Chopper.
some Jason.
maybe we'll get some Jason.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It just depends on where Hera goes after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know, who knows what she does.
So, several Star Wars games and Xbox classics now available on Xbox One. So, the games that are coming out are Battlefront 2, which is pretty
The
cool.
original Battlefront.
Yes, the original Battlefront.
Battlefront 2.
Yes. The good ones. Jedi Academy, which I've 2, which I've always wanted to play because I've heard that it's got the best lightsaber fighting mechanics in a Star Wars game yet. Star Wars Starfighter, Jedi Starfighter, which would be pretty cool, and then Republic Commando, which is one of my personal favorites because I love that game so much. And it's a shame that because they were originally going to make it before they did the whole purge on Legends, they were originally going to have Imperial Commando on top of it, and so they were going to have it be like where you played as the Imperials on the Imperial side, not the way that you did in Battlefront 2, and like where you actually played as the Imperials and you didn't switch sides. That's how it was going to be, and I thought that would be really interesting. Maybe it could still happen. Maybe.
Right, maybe.
Hopefully. But yes, I'm very excited to see those games come back. I just hope that they bring in Knights of the Old Republic as well. because I think that would be really cool.
I imagine they will at some point.
Yeah, I mean, those games were highly successful, so
Right.
it would make sense for them to. And BioWare is still around; they can still make a new Star Wars game like that.
Yeah.
EA has BioWare; they just need to use them.
Right.
It's like, I know they're busy on like Dragon Age 4 right now, but like, come on. And then we have a solo Star Wars star. I'm guessing this is Alden Ehrenreich.
Yep.
Opens up on director change, acting coach rumors. So he's finally kind of talking about it. And he says, while speaking to Esquire in a new profile, Ehrenreich debunked rumors that he himself demanded the directors be fired to Kathleen Kennedy. And he says, that's bullshit.
His words.
Yeah, not mine. His words, Ehrenreich said, for a crew to do that would mean they hated Lord and Miller, which was not by any stretch the case. Ehrenreich himself found out about the change from Lord and Miller. They said we were let go and that's it. They had mentioned there were some disagreements before, but they didn't get into it. They wished me the best with the rest of the movie. On a personal level, it felt emotional for them to be going after we set out on that course together. Because I spent a lot of time with them and we had a really good relationship. They also cast me, but I think at that point they were kind of on board with the decision too. Like, this is what's happening. That's not what they said to me, but that was the vibe I got. And then he says he also opened up about the supposed acting coach who came on board to help him, saying that it had been mischaracterized. Apparently, Lord Miller said that they brought on Maggie Kelly to be part of a resource for them, as well as the rest of the cast. Everybody's hackles are a bit raised. So yeah, before Howard came on board, tensions were a bit high, as Ehrenreich admitted, but the new director made the best of the situation. Everyone's hackles are a bit raised, and Ron had this ability to come in and deal with morale and get everybody enthusiastic about it. What we'd already shot, because I think his feeling was that a lot of what we'd done already was really good, and B, the direction for the next piece of it. He knew how to navigate a tricky situation, and almost from the first or second day, everybody pretty quickly recharged and got excited again about the movie.
Yeah, I think that's, like, Ron Howard was the perfect choice.
Oh, yeah.
To come in. Like,
Yeah.
he just has that
Yeah, I think he just
ability.
has that calming effect
And
like,
charisma, yeah.
and
Right.
that charisma and just the
Notoriety.
the provenance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the notoriety.
Everybody knows who he is. All those actors. Oh, crud, it's Ron Howard.
Yeah.
It's not like it's Jim Bob.
I
Who's this guy?
wonder if anyone messes with him by whistling the Andy Griffith show
Oh,
on set.
I would do it
I'll
all
do it
the
all
time.
the time.
Yeah. I wonder. Yeah, I'm sure I would.
Oh yeah, I would.
If I could whistle.
You have to be able to do that, I guess.
Yeah.
I would totally do it all the time if I knew him. Every time I saw him, I would just do the. He
Show up one
would
day on
just show-
set with
he would
a-
just shake
the
his head
fishing
at
pole.
you. That's Go see if I can find a sheriff's outfit and fishing
Right.
pole.
But yeah, I think Ron Howard was a really good choice. And it's awesome to just hear that by the first or second day he got people excited again.
Yeah, it's
Right,
like okay,
The page had been turned and they were all on board. And
ready to go.
let's go.
Yep. Just
But it's also encouraging to know that, Ron Howard, like, he was excited about, what Lord Miller had done up to that point.
and he's like, this is actually really good. We'll
Right.
use some of these. Yeah.
Right. And we found a use for those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool. That he didn't just like scrub them off completely.
Right.
This one makes no sense to me. This one makes absolutely no sense to me. New casting intel suggests Star Wars Episode 9 is looking for a new female lead. Isn't Rey already the lead?
Yeah, but an additional.
Oh,
female
additional lead. What I would
lead. Not
like
to
to
replace
see...
Rey, to add to the cast.
Yeah.
Probably, my guess is somebody to replace Leia, but as a much younger person.
My guess is that they might be bringing in a different Rey. Now, this is not Rey the Jedi, but instead Rey the First Order Admiral.
Rey Sloane?
Rey Sloane. That would be cool to see her, like, actually on screen,
Yeah,
Rey
she's
Sloane.
A bit older.
Yeah, but I think it would
I think
be...
if you read in there, they want somebody in their 20s.
Ooh,
you read
someone
the
in their
article.
20s. I would still love to see, like, between the ages of 18 and 26. I would like to see, though, a female villain. Like, maybe one of the Knights of Ren, possibly, who
Could be
is
a
a bit
female.
more, bit more closer to Kylo,
Yeah.
and is kind of like his second. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe, I don't know, like, you could do some other admirals who can join in the fray. I don't know. It'd be cool to see more villains, because right now we just have Kylo and Hux, and that's about it.
Phasma.
We maybe have Phasma if she's
Right.
not freaking dead. And that's about it. So I think, like, right now it seems like the scale of good guys to bad guys kind of seems a bit askew.
Right. But if you read the article, I think there's going to be more of a good
A
person.
good person.
A person who possesses a captivating naturalness and ease to her manner. Now, that could be somebody very cold and calculating.
Yeah.
That's got a very naturally captivating and has an ease to her manner. Leader and problem solver, smart with a great sense of humor and strong will. All this comes to her effortlessly. To me, it sounds like they're grooming somebody to sort of like take over the Leia role, but bring in like a younger person that they recruit to do that role. Instead of having an older, almost like a young Leia.
Yeah.
How her role was in A New Hope.
Yeah. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this, Ryan? Who do you think it could be?
Well, with a good sense of humor and all that, I'm guessing that's more going to be on the Resistance side, not the Empire or the First Order side. So I think you're going to get your hopes dashed. That's going to be some evil bad person.
And we could still get a Rey Sloane character, though. I mean, we haven't heard all the casting calls out there for Episode 9 yet.
I mean, Rey Sloane, honestly, she's just a very interesting character. I would find her to be in the... I mean, I would think that it would make sense for her to be in the next movie with Snoke dead and, and like, kind of it crumbling down. I think she would definitely step up if she's not already dead.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, it would be cool to see Rey Sloane come from the books into the movies. So yeah, I'm very interested though to see who it is.
Yeah, and what their role is. I mean,
Yeah.
All of this is pure speculation because we know nothing about this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm under the assumption it's going to be quite a bit of a time jump, and maybe not a lot, but a significant amount of time versus Force Awakens to The Last Jedi, which was 0 time jump.
Yeah.
Well, you have to so they can build up their forces again. I mean, everybody's been decimated, really.
Both the First Order and the Resistance have been kind of...
I'm sure the First Order still has a lot of people elsewhere, but the Resistance is almost toast. There's like enough people that can fit on the Millennium Falcon. That's it.
Yeah.
But I bet like Kylo takes the First Order and sort of retreats, maybe sends out the Knights of Ren to maybe try to snuff out the rest of, the people who are on the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
And doesn't really... I don't see him as much of a person who delegates stuff like that. He seems to be the person that want to go do it himself.
Yeah.
But I think maybe he has somebody advise him that, well, that might not be the best thing to do. We need a leader, so you have to stay here.
Yeah.
You have to be safer. Who knows what could happen to you out there.
Yeah.
So maybe he just sends out, and that's what happens in between the two movies. And by the time we get to the Episode 9, we're at a point where well, he sent out the troops, but it didn't really work.
Yeah.
The resistance was too strong. Now he has to do something himself.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. I'm excited. Yeah. I mean, I kind of hope that they take that guy's idea for a title where it was Star Wars A New Order. Because I don't know. That title just seems to work like really well with what's going on. I think it would be perfect title. And also that fan poster of the Knights of Ren and Kylo at Mustafar at Darth Vader's castle. Would
I'd
be
like to
pretty
see
cool.
that. I'd like to see maybe that's where he sets up his home base.
Yeah. That'd be
It
cool.
would make sense. He was always
Right.
wanting to be Darth Vader.
Right. So it'd be cool to see him set up his home base there.
Setting up in his grandfather's castle. And then we have Star Wars Resistance is the anime sequel to Star Wars Rebels I didn't know I wanted. Now, do you want the animation to be something like that short animation that one guy did of the TIE Fighter
I would love
pilot?
that.
That would be cool.
But I don't think it's going to be that detailed.
Yeah.
Because it's on Disney XD. I think they're going to go almost more in an anime style like Dragon Ball Z or somewhere around there.
Yeah, like Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah, not so detailed.
Right.
But definitely,
Bright
there.
colors.
Yeah, bright colors and all that.
Yeah.
Now, I would see definitely that kind of animation style from the TIE Fighter thing being in, like, the streaming
Yeah.
stuff. Like, for example, Castlevania.
Right. Have that style.
Yeah, would be really cool.
I like how they say that in the style of anime, there's a ton of different anime styles.
Oh, yeah.
Like, which style are you going to pick from?
There's
The more
tons of
apple
stuff.
seed side of it or the,
More moe, like, high school
Yeah, or like
romance
the
genre
Studio Ghibli side
with
of
the
it.
big eyes. And,
Yeah.
Right.
Or, yeah, the Studio Ghibli with the more realistic eyeballs and got the very soft features and
Right.
stuff.
See,
Um,
there's
yeah,
there's everything in
tons
between.
of anime
plus,
styles.
Plus, just like even cheesier style.
like chibi. Like where everyone's small and
Yeah.
kind of chubby.
Yeah. Right.
yeah, all
There's-
kinds
yeah,
of anime styles.
when I say anime style, it's just like anime is anime
so
is
many
more of a
styles.
genre than it is a style.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, looking at BB-8,
I'm gonna say it's gonna be more simplistic, not real heavy detailed.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, it's for
No,
kids.
just looking at that,
It's for
I'm
kids.
seeing like bright colors.
Yeah.
You know,
wonder if that's Poe's old ship that got blown up. So we got Star Wars Resistance will give us a look at the Resistance movement first against the First Order, which made its appearance in the Force Awakens. Rebels, as fans will remember, filled in some of the gaps on what happened between the collapse of the Old Republic and the Revenge of the Sith, and the events of A New Hope. Resistance fills roughly the same purpose by bridging the mysterious gap between the Return of the Jedi and the Force Awakens. Although Star Wars manga has been produced before, Resistance will be the first official anime project for the Star Wars franchise. This will follow the Resistance agent named Kazuda Ziono, as he sounds like a Japanese name, as he spies on the First
I
Order.
hope he's an alien race.
That'd be
not
cool.
a human.
I mean, it
Yeah.
works for anime, because you don't have to do makeup, you don't have to do special effects. There you go.
Right. Make him like a Nino type character,
That would be cool.
or like one of like the
I mean,
more triangular headed guy.
from his name, it sounds like he should be an alien
Right.
race.
Yeah.
There's a lot of characters in the new trilogy who seem as though they would be much more interesting if some of their pasts were filled in, and hopefully we'll see more of how Snoke turned the First Order into a formidable fighting force. There's been no release dates set for Resistance yet. We only have seen the barest hint at what an art style Heart has to offer, with the title card above being the only official art so far. Hopefully they stick with the more hand-drawn look instead of over-relying on the CG shots like the revived Berserk series. Blech, that was terrible. With Episode 9, Han Solo Star Wars Story, and a live-action TV show, another anthology film, plus more than likely haven't been announced, yeah, plus more than likely haven't been announced. Another trilogy from Rian Johnson, a series of films from David Benoff and D.B. Weiss, and who knows what else is on the way. So the foreseeable future is going to be positively saturated with Star Wars. I love Star Wars, but the whole thing is getting a bit too Marvel-paced with its release schedule to keep up for me.
Here's the great thing about, like, my wife and I were talking about this, the difference between the MCU and Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just go read the comic books in the MCU and then
Yeah.
go to the movies and expect it to be the same thing.
Yeah.
But you can read the comic books, see the animated shows, see the live action TV. It's all related to the same story. Like, all in the Star Wars. Like, they don't change things. That's the way it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, like this. Like, there's 100 different storylines featuring Thanos. Maybe not 100. But there's a lot of different storylines featuring Thanos in the Marvel Universe comic books.
Yeah, you've already seen him in the comic books before.
That have
Infinity
nothing
Wars.
to do with Infinity Wars. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they
There's also been.
just take those stories and make new stories.
Yeah, they've
And
revamped.
rehash all the
Yeah,
characters.
they've revamped Captain America more than once.
Right.
Like where the original Captain America, and then they came back with, we're just going to redo Captain America, and then it goes in a totally different. Well, that can't possibly happen.
And
because-
DC does the same thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just revamp the whole series.
Yeah, they just reboot the entire Wonder Woman series or the entire Captain America series, and it's off on its own thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas everything you read or see in Star Wars, that is the way
It is.
It is.
It affects everything
else.
So that's sort of like my wife and I, like, because we went to see Infinity War, and she's like, I don't get this because she didn't see Doctor Strange.
Oh.
The movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get this Doctor Strange. Like, what's his deal? You know? Well, you probably should have seen Doctor Strange.
Yeah, yeah.
So, those of you out there who are going to see Infinity War,
Catch up.
make sure you see Doctor Strange. I would say make sure you see Thor Ragnarok. And I would say make sure you see Black Panther.
I'm sorry that you have to see
And-
Thor Ragnarok.
I would
I
say,
haven't seen that one yet.
and I would say definitely see Civil War. Those 4 movies. Strange,
Yes.
Civil War, Black Panther, and Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Those are the 4 movies to me that tied in the most to that
Yes.
one movie.
Age of Ultron 2 with Vision.
A little bit, yeah.
With
yeah,
Vision.
with Vision.
And also Thor Dark World with the Reality Stone.
Yeah, but not as much, though.
But, I mean, AMC, did a
You know, you
marathon.
see Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, you probably should see at
number
least the first
2.
one.
Yeah, and number 2. Because they do mention ego.
Yeah, but you don't need to.
yeah,
You don't need to see number 2. You need to see number 1 just to know who they are
yeah.
when they show up.
But yeah, everything in Star Wars, happens for a reason, I guess you could say.
Well, it's just everything is one universe.
It's connected.
And all's connected. It
Yeah.
all is all canon, and it all. That's why it's so hard for, like, when people want to change stuff. I think that might have what happened to the
Lord Miller.
Lord and Millers. They were trying to change too much of what Han Solo was or who he is, and you can't do that because
Right.
that Han Solo has got to freaking melt with the Harrison Ford Han Solo. Or
Also,
it just throws everything off and it doesn't work.
If they can't veer too far off the script, because that script is written for a purpose, because, well, it ties into everything else we know about Han Solo and
Yeah.
what's going on with him, and it might affect something else
Yeah, you can't sit there and go.
that happened already in a comic book, So you can't just, like, adapt and change
Yeah.
at will.
No.
Right.
Because the Star Wars, everything's connected. If you read a comic book that's the Marvel ones that they've put out, not, Dark Horse or anything like that, but the canon ones, those things affect. You can't make them do, hey, I killed off, hey, Han Solo, in this Han Solo comic book, he kills Darth Vader. You can't do that.
Right. Or he kills Boba Fett. Nope,
It doesn't work. You can't
Right.
do it. But like you said, in the comic books, because they've revamped them so many times,
Yeah.
Right.
Now this guy
that's
says
the reason. One of the reasons, though, that drives me nuts about some of the non-Marvel controlled, of their movies,
which
like-
are
like-
Like X-Men and
like
Deadpool
the X-Men
and-
ones, yeah, and
which are very
they just totally went off the
few
rails
now because
Yeah, they
Marvel
totally went.
now has all of
I
them.
mean, Marvel.
They didn't have a plan.
It's not as that true, But it's not as I mean, they changed it up in the comic books, yeah. But they went so far off the rails with like the Apocalypse movie.
Well, I mean,
What the heck is Magneto doing as one of the Horsemen?
what? Yeah.
I mean, it just went so far off the rails. Almost all those ones that are not controlled by Marvel Studios
Right.
did, and I think it ruined a lot of those. They just suck.
Yeah. This guy says it's not a sequel to Rebels. It has nothing to do with the characters from Rebels. A spiritual successor, yes, but definitely not a sequel.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's not a sequel to Rebels. We're not going to see Ezra. We're not going to see
No.
any of those characters.
Now, this guy actually brings up a good point. He says, in the interest of accuracy, the term anime is used in Anglophone countries exclusively to refer to animation that is produced in Japan. There is no indication that this will be the case, and Disney's press release did not say that the anime was per se anime. It said that it was anime inspired. There are two different things. These are two different things. That being said, I think we can probably expect something like Avatar: The Last Airbender, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another anime-inspired series produced outside of Japan, and with Dave Filoni at the helm, I'm sure we can expect great things in any case.
Yeah, it'll be anime inspired. So, it might have a little bit of feel of Dragon Ball Z. It might have a little bit of feel, like you said,
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I think they're just going for that more simple 2D animation.
Yes,
and
which
just make it real clean.
Which is fine.
I like
2D animation.
So do I.
Personally, I like it better than 3D.
So do I.
And so it kind of, it makes me sad when I see all these Disney films coming out and every single one of them is 3D now. And I'm just like, I'm getting sick of it. I'll be honest. I'm getting sick of 3D animation at this point.
All right.
But yeah, that's it. That's all the topics that we have for today.
All right.
So I hope that you enjoyed this 53rd? No, 51st?
52nd.
Second?
Well, to those keen observers, we did skip last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This just wasn't a lot to talk about.
And also
And
our battery
our
was
battery
dead.
for our-
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We forgot to charge the battery
Yeah.
for the camera.
Yeah. Our bad.
But I hope that you enjoyed this, whatever episode this is. I think
it's
this
a
is
52nd.
52nd.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Jay, where can people find you, and what is our Facebook page?
As always, go over to our Facebook page, Red2Chatter, and follow if you so choose to. You can find me on Instagram at jwilsonbydesign.
I don't have it anymore. And then you can find me on YouTube under Major Glitterix, link down in the description below. I'm kind of running out of games to play through right now, so I'm waiting for a game to come tomorrow, I think, so I can actually play through that one. But I'm finished with Persona 5. We did it, we're done, and so now I'm just editing and uploading everything that I have left of that game. So, yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed, though, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right. See you
Bye.
later. So we're getting closer to Han Solo.
Yep.
Yeah.